Hi everybody, thank you for joining me today. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That's going to be the red R towards the bottom right. In this video, I'm going to show you guys step by step how to print on a sock. Some of you guys might have seen my YouTube short, printing some Raider socks. So today we're going to do a different logo. We are doing it on socks still. What we're going to do is we're going to get a sock here. We're going to put it on our heat press and we're just going to spray a little bit of water on it to bring some of those fibers down. So just a little quick spray. We're going to go ahead and put our paper on top. It's going to be parchment paper. And we're going to give that a little bit of press time just to bring some of those fibers down. We didn't spray a lot of water on it, so we're just going to give it a couple of seconds. That should be good enough. And there we go. There's our nice flat sock. Alright, now we're going to bring this over to our RI4000. Now the neat thing about doing this, guys, is that we're not applying any pre-treatment to it. So it's not going to make our sock feel too rough at first touch. It's also going to give us the ability to only put enhancer in the area we're going to print. As you guys may know, the RI4000 has a built-in enhancer and it only sprays it in the area where it's going to lay ink down. So we're going to give ourselves about 5 inches or so, right here space. I'm going to get my trusty tape measure. And it's a little lower there now. One thing to look out for, guys, when doing this, you want to make sure you guys give yourself enough space, and you want to make sure that the weave or the little lines here on the sock are nice and straight. So when you print, and that logo will come out nice and straight. Otherwise, it might come out a little offset. Okay. So try your best. It might take a couple of tries to get it to line up, but once you got it, you'll be set. All right. So that's in there. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna adjust our table here, our table height, and we're gonna go to our screen and we're gonna select the sleeve pattern. Sorry, not yep, sleeve pattern. Okay, so and sleeve. All right, just gonna let that go inside the machine. While it's doing that, we're gonna go over to our computer and we're gonna go set up our image. There we go. Alright guys, let's head over to the computer. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and open up ColorGate if it's not already open. So the first thing we're going to do is bring our image in. I'm going to go to my hot folders here and I'm going to select my ColorCon hot folder. I'm going to select my graphic. And then once it's loaded, I'm going to go ahead and resize this. As you guys can see here, it is a pretty big graphic. So I'm just going to bring that down to 4 inches. Next, I'm going to go to my file here and I'm going to double click on that. And I'm going to start with my printer tab. I'm going to select my sleeve plan. Next, I'm going to go to my color tab. I'm going to change the method mode from 16 pass to 8 pass. I'm going to go to my advanced settings. I'm going to start with profile. I'm going to make sure I have preserve pure color selected and I'm going to select CMYK. For my saturation here, I am printing on a sock, so I'm going to go to extreme. Next, I'm going to go to print mode, and I'm going to put my white at 100, my minimum. I'm going to bring that to 10. I'm going to add a choke to it, no highlights, enhancers gradient, intensity is going to be 35. You should define layers. I'm going to bring this from 2 layers of white to 1 layer. I'm going to go on my color correction here. I'm going to go to 30% contrast. And I'm going to make sure my use document transparency is selected. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and select substrate color because I want this to be gray so I can actually see the color of the black here. I'm going to bring this down to about 1 inch off the edge of the sleeve platen. Oops. There we go. Okay, I'm going to center that. Now, if I want to see this, how it's going to come out of the printer, I'm going to change the view to printer out. So this would be the outside of the printer. This is where you'd be standing. This is how it's going to come out. If you guys remember, our sock, the little spongy part of it is right here towards the edge at 5 inches. So I'm going to have about 1 inch space between both of those. So that looks pretty good. I know everything's centered. I'm going to go back to my regular view and I'm going to go ahead and send this over to print. Alright guys, well that's in over. Let's walk over to the printer and let's get this print started. Alright guys, that was a nice little walk over here to the printer. As you guys can see on my screen, my job is already there. I'm gonna go ahead and press print start. And let's check out this unit print. Once again guys, it is a 4000. It's gonna apply enhancer. That's a new feature. And it's only gonna apply it to areas where it's gonna print. It's gonna come forward and it's gonna double check my sock height just to make sure that it's at the right level and it's not gonna come in contact with the carriage. And now we're putting down my white layer. Now remember guys, we're not gonna be using a lot of whites because it is a white sock, so only put one layer of whites. You guys can kind of see it printing there. And there goes our color. And that quick and simple guys, we have a sock made with the Niners logo. Now it's possible because RI4000 does have that enhancer feature to it. So that means I don't have to pre-treat it. I don't gotta let it dry or pre-treat it and press dry it. I can just put the sock on there and start printing. So you guys can see here, there it is. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and press this, and then once it's cured, it's gonna drop a little bit of the color, not too bad. If I stretch it out, it's gonna look something like this when you're wearing it. I mean, that's still really nice. It's still like a nice little logo on the sock, something different for everybody to wear, especially the game days, since the season is about to start. Alright guys, well thank you for joining us guys. I appreciate it. Please again, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. That's going to be the red R towards the bottom right. Give us a like, leave us some comments. Let us know what you guys think about these videos, and we'll see you guys next time.